Hello race fans, and welcome to the Bahrein Grand Prix of Formula 1. On the pole today we will have Alex Taylor, Jack Richards, people be texting me and shit, Jack Richards, Jennifer Miller, Ryan Richards, no relation there, Thomas McKickiwick, Ricky Hawk, Matthew McMurray, James McLeod, Matt Wells, Liam Erbig, Jordan Schumacher, Richard Johnson, Jake Bell, Lily Johnson, Jake Baskinger, Mason Wood, Brandon Parsons, Alright, Alex Jones. I do believe I'm just going through your entire starting grid. So, you know what? Fuck it. We might as well. Charles Jackson, Red Bell, Joseph Clark, Trent Dunham, Evan Gattuso, Jessica Miller, and Danny Wells will round out the field. The pace car gets going, so I guess I got good timing. So let's take the full view camera of this. Now I got the whole screen to watch. The start may be a problem, and we may already have another problem in which a driver is not able to get started. We actually saw that in the Indy race at Sonoma. Looks to me like everybody's okay. But yeah, we saw that in the Indy race at Sonoma where the pole sitter did not start the race. Could not get it fired up. So, 11 laps. This one's going to be kind of long, but we have started the endurance portion of the season for Formula 1. So, 100 meters until this corner. Now 50. Now 50. And now turning. Looking for pit road because I don't know where it is at this track because Charles Jackson suggested it to me. Pace car is in. And we are about to get green. And green flag is out. And we are underway here at the Bahrein Grand Prix. Will everybody be able to make it through turn 1 alright, though? Danny Wells going way down. He's going to make up a lot of spots. And these starts are always hectic in these Formula 1 cars. But it looks like they may have gotten it straightened out. This is likely to be a low on cautions race. Although the caution should come out for that guy standing there with the flag. Jordan Schumacher getting passed by Mason Wood. I want to get Singapore, guys. I want to get it so bad. A night race at a road course, as we may have somebody off track. Either that or they just touch the dirt. But either way, it's not really a big deal. Yeah, I would love to get Singapore, guys. If anybody knows where to get Singapore, that will be awesome. But if not, hell, I am so tempted because I want this track so bad. I am tempted to give you like bonus points for this series, but I'm unsure whether I'll do that. You see James McLeod, he's got a solid top 10 position, although you do need to finish in the top 6 to get points. Actually, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is reset it for the final few races. I might add on an extra 2 or 3 races onto the season, because I think this is race 9, and I have failed to keep up on points, so I might have to start up a chase deal where everybody is just reset. You won't have a specific, 5, 10, 15 drivers in the chase. Everyone will be reset for these final 5 races, and we'll use the current Formula 1 point system. So let's take a very long lap with James McLeod on board. I'm actually talking to him on Skype as I'm, well, not as I'm speaking, but I am talking to him on Skype. So, slow the fuck down and get into whatever the fuck corner this is. I'm sorry if there's kids watching this. I'll clean up my language. So you're going to slow way down. Go through this chicane looking deal. I'm not very familiar with this track because people do get into the dirt right there. I'm not, super familiar with this track. But I don't know. It looked pretty fun. Charles suggested it, so I tried it out. It looks pretty fun. It is a little bit long for an 11-lap race, but I think we can pull it off. I mean, Texas was, 60-some laps? So, I mean, it's not that big a deal. Tonight on Fox. I don't know that there's anything going on. However, tonight on NFL Network, we've got... Hell, I don't even know who's playing tonight. I'm gonna have to look that up. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna look up who's playing tonight. And the Watch ESPN app does not want to work as James McLeod completes his lap, as we can stop riding on board with him, seeing as how he is a very boring and emotionless driver. I'm kidding, James. You're pretty cool. Your leader, is that still Alex Taylor? Yes, it is. And people are texting me, so I can't figure out who's playing tonight. So, yeah, Cleveland and Baltimore are playing tonight. Actually, in about an hour. Cool. This race should be done by then. It should only take about 20 minutes if we go caution-free. By the way, Seattle and Green Bay. Anybody who wants to have a little chit-chat about that, with how controversial it was. I'm personally, I'm a Minnesotan, so I'm for the Vikings against the Packers. So, yeah, that's at about 7:20. Cleveland versus Baltimore. This track is somewhat, I don't know. The 14 of who's in the 14? I do believe that is a Force India car. Thomas McKickwick, your Mexico winner. But now it is back to Alex Taylor being the fastest lap. It's been 4 laps here at Bahrain. Now that is going to be what slows the leaders down, Somebody doesn't get into that dirt, could definitely gain a lot more time on the leaders than, you know, somebody getting in the dirt. But Alex Taylor looks like she's able to hold her own for now. Behind her is Jack Richards. I don't know if he's picked up a win so far this season. He might have, but he might not have. Running in third is Jennifer Miller. I know PORWC President Aaron Williams is going to be feeling good about that. He is also the team captain, Godspeed Motorsports, as we are now on lap 5. So, yeah. Ryan Richards. He won Bristol in the World Championship. He was pretty excited about that, if I do recall. And Ricky Hawk rounds out your top 5. I don't really know if he's had anything exciting happen to him this season at all. Although I do believe he will be just fine with a top 5 run. He may have turned over, but I think that's it. Thomas Perkikiewicz, he posted the fastest lap not too long ago, but it is now second on the speed charts. Alex Taylor has the fastest lap. I suppose it's because she's in clean air. This is the last points paying position for today's race. And then depending on which race this is, because honestly I don't have any idea right now. I will institute the new point system, and yeah, I'm thinking it'll be the current point system where the winner gets like 25, second is 15, third is 10, and 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, something like that. You may be able to hear that. I am shaking a Red Bull because Red Bull is awesome. Team Red Bull drivers in 5th. Jennifer Miller driving a Red Bull car is in 3rd. And maybe she's got something. It does look to me like she's catching the 15 of Jack Richards. Maybe they get that DRS system going on here. Well, seems like a perfect opportunity to take a break. I don't think you miss anything other than battles. You won't miss a crash, because I don't think they'll crash. Because they seem to have this track down fairly well. So, yeah. That is 3 Days Grace with their new song, Chalk Outline. Here's the chorus. Trent Dunham is rounding out your field. He is about 27 seconds, not 30 seconds behind the leader. Your leader has a 4.5 second lead over second place Jack Richards. Alex Taylor is your leader. 4 laps to go. I am really bored. I'm not drinking this Red Bull until tomorrow morning before school, so I have to make it last. So, with that being said, Vodafone is the sponsor for Mercedes. It's either McLaren or Mercedes. Yes, that is McLaren. That is leading the race at the current time. You guys will be pleased to know that I am recording while balancing that can of Red Bull on my head. So, yeah, no big deal. Alright, I'm good at this. Yeah, we don't have a track map. And if we do, I don't know how to use it, because I don't know where these guys are. But we can do that for, the 3 laps to go for this lap. Oh, look at this. We're on the front stretch. Yay, front stretch. We're probably right about here now. Now we keep driving, and now we're driving some more. And then a wild finish line appears. And that's, you're supposed to start braking all the way back there, but nobody does it until here. You get this hard corner. And then come back through here. Because I'm following this lap with the cursor. Although I'm not very accurate in terms of speed. Then you got another hard corner right here. Woo! Then you go back here. You got some sort of a chicane type deal going on. This is where most people go off, is right there. Everybody goes off. So now we are coming to a hairpin right-hander. Up and the can of Red Bull fell off of my head. Time for round 2. Now we come into a left-hand turn. Not necessarily a hairpin, but fairly close with this part. Now for the most part, straight away here. There is a slight curve that has already passed. Now we do another hard left-hander, which will steady out into an easy right. Which will also steady out into another easier, not as easy right-hander. And now we are on the straightaway before the final corners, before the start-finish line. Isn't this awesome, guys? I know this racetrack now. Taylor took that corner wide. Let's take a look at what this lead is. 5-3-5. That was last time around as we go back to full screen. And we get out of chase cam. Currently the lead is 5:06. Jennifer Miller fighting hard to try to get second place though. Trying to use everything she can, including that draft. If you can utilize that draft on the straightaways of a road course, you're definitely in good shape. only about a car length and a half separating. Oh, well, now it's about 2 car lengths, 3 car lengths. Taylor took that corner a little wide. No, not Taylor, Miller. Miller took the corner wide. Now here's another opportunity to use that draft down this straightaway. Although it may be a bit difficult, as this is going to turn into a easier left and then into a right as we get closer and closer to the last lap. The front straightaway, though, that's going to be your best opportunity to utilize the draft. We've seen Miller do it and get up close within about a car length and a half of Jack Richards, but never quite able to make the pass. She's going to have one more lap to do it, though. And it's looking like, unless nothing happens, I'm not trying to jinx anything here, so unless nothing happens, it looks like Alex Taylor will be able to run away with this victory. Yep, final lap. Miller is a few tenths off that time, but getting into the corner, you see, not too much of a margin between these two. They stay packed for the most part, as this game has failed and there's Marlboro signs everywhere. Just the logo, not the word, the logo. And Toyota, and I'm still learning this track a lot. Like, I would not be good here at all right now. Alright. Miller's driving the hell out of that thing, trying to catch up to Richards. You know, I gotta give her credit. You know, she's driving the hell out of that thing, doing everything she can to try to catch up to Richards. It may not be enough, maybe it is. We're just gonna have to wait and find out. Alex Taylor, though, is your leader. As I come out of this left-hander and go into a right, then I believe there's another right-hander. And then I think that's when we go to the start-finish line. Into the final corners. A caution-free race, and Alex Taylor leads wire to wire out of the final corner and down this long front straightaway. Second place doesn't look like it'll change hands, and Alex Taylor gets the win in the Bahrein GP. Second place, Jack Richards, and rounding off the podium will be Jennifer Miller. Congratulations to Alex Taylor, Jack Richards, and Jennifer Miller for being your podium drivers for today's race. So now, trash your old standings and start on a clean slate, because starting next week, depending on how many races are left, I will start a new championship points system because I'm an epic fail. Alright. Alex Taylor, Jack Richards, Jennifer Miller, that's your podium. Congratulations to those three. Ryan Richards, Ricky Hawk, Thomas McKickwick, Matthew McMurray, James McLeod, Liam Irvig, Matt Wells, Danny Wells, Charles Jackson, Lily Johnson, Richard Johnson's no relation whatsoever, Jordan Schumacher, Joseph Clark, Jake Bell, Mason Wood, Brandon Parsons, Jessica Miller, Evan Gattuso, Alex Jones, Red Bell, Jake Baskinger, and Trent Dunham rounds out the field. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Let's get a quick look at your race winner. Showing some muscle. Oldies Goldies series? This is not Oldies Goldies. This is fucking high-tech Formula 1 race cars.